Hey, y'all, gravity. Any day above ground, live it. Good morning. It is sunny out in Atlanta. It's been a while since I seen the sun. Hello, Mr. Sun. Give me all that. Activate my vitamin D. Because my skin is beautiful. But I just had to bring this to you really quick, family. This ain't gonna be long. Probably at max, I'm gonna do 30 minutes. But I think we should start off a Tuesday afternoon with a laugh. Because of all the problems we got in the world right now, we got Twitter pages pissed off at a company that they claim is woke doing quote unquote woke things and getting upset they're doing quote unquote woke things when it's just as easy for them to ignore it. I find it hilarious and we're going to laugh together. But before I do that, Jerry Bedford, good morning. Miriam R, good morning. And for those who haven't said anything yet, good morning. If you're on Twitter, you know about End Wokeness. They are yeah. They like to claim that everything is woke and they're trying to end it. Who the fuck are they? They got no power. But okay. This is part of that high IQ per capita crowd. This cocksucker sat up. Every time I see the post, I laugh. Netflix made a new documentary about Alexander the Great. Within the first 8 minutes, they turned him homosexual. Okay. Number one, sir, you stole this from another post. Number one. So, and I like how you didn't give the person credit. You just took their shit, but okay. Trust Fund Terry. You're a white guy, but we're actually going to acknowledge you here because you should go to this man and say, why you take my post and not give me credit? But okay. Who cares? That's what I say. Telephone, Brother Torian.
Who cares?
There's other things you could use your 2.2 million followed page to talk about instead of this. I guess black people didn't do something yesterday for you to go post about. And you're this pissed. They are mad that historical records have alluded to the fact that Alexander the Great might have liked men and women. Who cares? It's not that serious. But of course, they want to make sure that the barbarians that they love to lionize are completely heterosexual. Who cares? Harvey Milk is one of your greatest white people and he was homosexual. Who cares? I can't wait a minute. I can't do it justice. I can't do it justice. That's why I recorded it. Wait a minute. What is this? That picture. I'm sorry. What is this? Is he? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What is this? Why are you this upset? Huh? It's historical context. Who cares? I know you're going to hear that phrase all over this stream. Who cares? And it made it even funnier, family. When I saw it last night, a lot of engagement, of course, because it's his page. I wake up this morning, they put a community post. They put community notes on it. It says, it is commonly accepted among scholars that Alexander not only took part in aromantic sexual relationships with other men, but it was in fact bisexual and maintained romantic relationships with men and women throughout his life. Now, for those who know how community notes work, it's a small group of people that do this. So, hey, my guy, and wokeness. Well, your real name is Starting Jokeness. Starting Jokeness. Elon's handpicked community note people put community notes on this. Are you going to go ask Elon to take it off now? Are you going to go to your leader and tell him to take this off? Or nah? Because I see you haven't done this. You know why you haven't done this? Because you woke up today. Yes, you did. You woke up today and did this an hour ago. You so hurt. Vote not helpful / irrelevant on this note. Shoving in a homosexual scene within the first 8 minutes is pathetic, regardless of what modern historians are speculating. Hey, let's hit you a little bit of history. Do you know that the LGBTQ put Alexander the Great up there with their leaders? You didn't know this, did you? See, if you'd have done some research, you would have known this. Yeah, they love that man. Alexander wept, they say, because there were no more worlds left to conquer. Huh. Maybe he couldn't find somebody to conquer him. Huh. It's okay. Who cares? He's gone. He can't answer for this. But they're upset. This is what they're upset about. But okay. And they gave them reference points. Get your research started. But of course, you know they're not going to click it. So here we go. Ashley St. Clair. Now, we've talked about her on the show, but let's see what she said. Okay, but they didn't turn him gay as you stated, and it's not really speculation. Homosexuality has existed forever. Wait till you find out about the Romans. Here we go. We can disagree on the wording of the tweet or even Alexander and sexuality, but that debate should be left for the comments. The point is that it doesn't meet the threshold of note needed. Sir? Here we go. Especially considering that there is no actual concrete proof that he was gay. Sir? You want to know why the community posted your tweet? Maybe you don't understand how community notes work. I keep saying community posts. I'm sorry. If there is an active debate on if something is right or wrong, yeah, community notes come in and put an end to that. Or if they view something that is erroneous, like when people put up old videos and just change the caption and act like it's new, even though we've seen the video years ago. Yeah, that's when the community note jumps in. Y'all don't like it when community notes show up on your post, huh? 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 Silent Rebel. I would love to talk about the Greek gymnasiums, but I know I'll get in trouble. So I'm trying to be very careful on what I say here. Huh? Interesting. You don't like that. Let's continue. The wording of the tweet and saying Netflix turned him gay is why he was noted. Bingo! And I don't even fuck with Ashley Sinclair, but she's right here. You wrote that. You made it seem like Netflix made him gay. Again, it's in a documentary. Kind of like how y'all sat up there and watched the fall of Minneapolis and made Derek Chauvin look like this benevolent soul that just his procedures went awry, right? You don't like it when the truth comes out, alleged truth in this instance. You don't like it. And when people school you on this, now you want to act upset because your narratives are starting to fall apart. It's okay. If you tell the truth, your heart will not enlarge to the point where you will be suffering from chronic heart disease. No, more people walked in. I did not even see this. Let's see. Hacksign KT, good morning. Miss Nisi, good morning. Lamiko Cardenas, good morning. Bulls fan, good morning. Vincent Taylor, good morning. DSB, good morning. I said hi to Silent Rebel and Nightfall Drop. Good morning. You stop it. You stop it right now. I am not going to say that comment. How dare you?
Pause. He paused. I said pause, nigga.
We are not saying that. Nope. Vincent Taylor, you stop it. You stop it right now. Fleece Johnson was not there. Are you trying to say Fleece Johnson was one of the few Moors that showed up in Greece and the ancient Roman Empire? How dare you? How dare you?
Pause.
Pause.
Pause. I said pause, nigga.
You say pause when you write that. Y'all got and wokeness for the last 24 hours been like this.
Robert,
Stop it. Y'all quit playing. Quit playing.
Robert.
I didn't.
He telling the community knows to stop playing. Hey. Look at this. Look, now they trolling him. Look. Okay, hear me out. If he wasn't homosexual, he'd probably go by Alex, not Alexander. Checkmate atheist. Here we go. Community notes is an amazing tool, but it needs work. It's being used as a weapon, and that's not what it needs to be used for. It's not meant to be used for semantics. It needs to be used for flat out false info. You sure about that? Right. False info. Right. Oh, this is why. This is why. I was going to get to that, but that's why they don't like it, because now he's not going to be able to monetize that post. Oh, so when you stop progress, y'all don't like that. What? Ah! You gotta love it. We're going to laugh all day, family. I promise you. For at least the next 15 minutes, we're gonna laugh. Okay, let's go explore this. I don't even want to explore this, but hey, let's just do a little bit of learning here, just a wee bit, you know, because we, even though it's going to be a fun stream, somewhat, still got to learn something.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern in.
It's funny as hell. Oh, by the way, I was putting up a thumbnail, and they're so degenerate on this AI generator for thumbnails. I put Alexander the Great. That's all I put, and they screwed around and put a naked woman on there. That's how degenerate they think that society was. I would show it to you, but I don't know how to post it. So whatever. Just leave that to your imagination. But there you go. I found this site called the Greek Reporter. So it says, was Alexander the Great homosexual? What the historians say. Now, again, this is hotly debated, but okay. Yet another Netflix documentary on the ancient world has proven controversial, this time with the depiction of Alexander the Great as homosexual. Now, for those who don't know, they're still pissed off at Netflix for doing the Cleopatra thing. And you know what we say on things like that.
Who cares?
Hello, Brother Torian. You said, what did you use to make the AI thumbnail? I use a site called deepai.org. Pause. And yeah, it's, you know what? We'll do this, family. Wait, no, it might not show up. Let me see something. It might not show up. Nah, it's not going to show up. I can't exactly show it. You know what? Nah. I'll take a screenshot. If you want it, I'll send it to you so you can see what they did. But anyway, let's go back to this. Oh, I know Cosmo Fury and Hello. I know they're suppressing me. I know it's fine. It's fine. I'm not even upset. It's okay. Just unsubscribe and then subscribe again and make sure you hit the bell. It should be fine. Okay, so back to this. In the opening episode of Alexander, the Making of a God, which started airing on Netflix on January 31st, a week ago, Alexander, played by Buck Braithwaite, kisses his friend Hephaestion on the mouth and body as they engage in an intimate embrace. Now, this is where I said stop, start jokeness. This is where I said they stole the post from. The words are they're damn near the same. So it says 8 minutes into the new Alexander the Great mini Netflix series, and they already managed to make him homosexual. Okay. The portrayal of the ancient Macedonian king as a homosexual has generated angry responses from some viewers who feel that the documentary is distorting history. Meanwhile, the new Netflix series promises to reveal the extraordinary life of Alexander the Great per the official synopsis, but how accurate are the claims surrounding the sexuality of history's greatest conqueror? I don't think the Chinese are going to go for that, but, do your thing. Do your thing. A lot of people say it was Genghis Khan, but do your thing. Ongoing controversy, Alexander the Great's gay representations. This is not the first time that Alexander the Great's sexuality has caused controversy. Director Oliver Stone's 2004 depiction of the Macedonian king as homosexual in the movie Alexander was similarly divisive. On one end of the spectrum, various gay rights activists and LGBTQ websites praise Alexander the Great as an iconic gay hero. On the opposite end of that spectrum, a riot erupted in Thessaloniki in 2002 during a historical symposium on Alexander's sexuality, requiring a police force of 40 to protect the delegates. By the way, the Greek government sued Oliver Stone for the movie when they found out that he had homosexual scenes in the movie. They sued him. Yes, they did. And guess what happened, family, in true white supremacist faction? They got to watch the movie and then rescinded the lawsuit. So what does that tell you? The fact that a historical figure's sexuality is a point of such intense controversy some 2,347 years later after their death certainly complicates objective efforts to get to the bottom of the matter. Now, imagine if we started doing this with the forefathers and the first presidents of this country. Woo, them boys be outside. We might do it. We'll see. Sexuality in ancient Greece. Before we can even begin to answer whether Alexander the Great was homosexual, we need to consider the social and historical context. This is because contemporary conceptions of sexuality would be an anathema to the ancient Greeks. Now, for those who don't know what that word means, we looked it up for you. Yes, we did, because we're here to teach. We're here to teach. Tabernacle. A formal ecclesiastical ban, curse, or excommunication. A vehement denunciation, a curse, one that is cursed or damned. Interesting. You learned a new word for today, if you didn't know that word. Whereas today, sexual identities such as gay, lesbian, or straight are assigned to people based on the genders of those they are attracted to. The ancient Greeks and Romans believed that sexuality was defined by the role one played during an intimate act. As Ruth Mazo Karras wrote in an academic paper for the American Historical Review, the Greeks and Romans, quote, categorized sexual behaviors or identities not by the gender of the participants, but by the sexual role each played. Key to the distinction of gender roles was the concept that men are active and women passive, or that men are penetrators and women penetrated, Karras continues. Thus, anyone who is penetrated or is in other ways passive is gendered feminine, and anyone who penetrates is masculine. I hope you didn't get all that. And shame on me, because I forgot to do this before I read it.
Pause.
Pause.
He paused. I said pause, nigga.
I forgot to keep saying pause. Wait a minute. Is there an argument in here? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Mary, who y'all talking to? I want to see this. Oh, that was Nightfall Drop. Oh, y'all have at it. Just don't insult each other. I'll let y'all have it out. Got to have black people resolve their own problems. But anyway, therein lies the first difficulty we encounter in trying to answer this question. The way Alexander's contemporaries would have viewed sexual orientation would have been vastly different from how we view it today. The question itself is therefore anachronistic. Alleged homosexual lovers of Alexander the Great. With that being said, we can examine the evidence as to whether Alexander had male lovers. This is again a matter of intense debate between historians who are certainly not immune to their own biases. The most famous of Alexander's alleged male lovers is Hephaestion, his boyhood friend who would accompany him on his campaigns until the latter died in 324 BC. Another is Bagoas, an eunuch in the court of the Persian Empire with whom Alexander is said to have amorous encounters. The main difficulty with establishing the historicity of these alleged lovers is the range of sources available. As Maggie Johnson explains in the Wittenberg History Journal, quote, no primary sources remain. Therefore, all the information obtained by modern scholars has to come from secondary and tertiary sources that may have had access to these initial sources. The evidence for romance between Alexander and Hephaestion is inferential. According to the ancient sources, Alexander was overrun with grief when Hephaestion died. For instance, Arrian wrote that Alexander flung himself on the body of his friend and laid there nearly all day long in tears and refused to be parted from until he was dragged away by force by his companions. Some modern historians infer that Alexander's grief over the death of Hephaestion evidence that they were in a romantic relationship. Although this is possible, this inference is not strong enough to act as conclusive evidence and is essentially a matter of conjecture. Bagoas is mentioned by, I'm going to mess this name up, Dicericus, Curtius Rufus, Plutarch, and Athenius. Pause. Hold on. Yes. She went to go put the clothes in the dryer. I'm sure when you go get your clothes, you're going to have to go because I'll be gone. Right. I understand that, but she had to go and come back. Okay. All right. I'm supposed to watch her in the window. Well, she's not back yet, so you can go watch her later. Thank you. Uh-huh. All right. She kind of threw me off. Should be all right now. I don't even remember where I'm at now. Hold on. Give me the phone. Here. Thank you. You're welcome. Kids. Anyway, where was I? Okay, here. The implied homosexuality is less ambiguous in these sources. According to Rufus, Bagoas has previously been intimate with the Persian king Darius and was then intimate with Alexander after his conquest. In the parallel lives, Plutarch claims that Alexander's favorite Bagoas won the prize for song and dance, and then, all in his festal array, passed through the theater and took his seat by Alexander's side. At sight of which the Macedonians clapped their hands and loudly bade the king kiss the victor, until at last he threw his arms around him and kissed him tenderly. Which we saw in the 2004 movie, if you watched it. And it goes on and on and on. But why are y'all this upset? Who cares? It's literally nothing to be upset about. It's literally nothing to be upset about. You literally stole somebody's post, sir. Ma'am, you literally stole somebody's post and then wrote, Netflix made a new documentary about Alexander the Great. Within the first 8 minutes, they turned him gay. That's why you got the community note. We're going to rate it just to screw with you. We're going to do that for you. We're going to keep it up. Because now y'all gonna learn. Here we go. Somebody that likes football and they got a nice following. They work for the Blaze. Makes sense. I hate wokeness, but hear me out. There's a good chance he was at least bisexual because, well, that was kind of the great thing to do. And he wrote, it's still unproven speculation and it should definitely not be shoved into the first 8 minutes. So it's a series and you didn't bother to watch the rest of the series. It's funny how that works out, right? When you don't have full context, right? It just sucks. It sucks when you get shouted down, right? It sucks. It sucks when people come in and try to correct you, right? It sucks. I don't think it was Netflix that made him gay. For context, there's a high probability that Alexander the Great was gay. There is so much research surrounding it. Many believe he had a gay relationship with his best friends and generals many times. And wokeness, aka don't ever read a book. He's not your brother. But okay. Brother Alexander the Great was a man that has sex with men. What would you call that? Well, Ice-T called it gay in SVU. Oh, Cosmo Fury. Very good point you made. It's only fine when Billy Porter shows up in a tutu. They can't stand seeing themselves as such. Don't y'all remember how upset they got when Sam Smith showed up in that skirt? Or when he did that performance, it was all red and demonic and he was wearing that leather. Yeah, they didn't like that. Nightfall Drop, who told you that? Who told you that? No, they got a big problem with it. They just try to fake it because they go against black people. Oops. I wasn't supposed to say that. Look, here come the white people.
Yo, fuck nuts.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. I said it. When gay people take shots at the black community, oh, they love that shit. When they come back and take shots at white folk, oh, now they got a problem. Ooh. Hey, Marion, if you watch it, you should do a YouTube video review on it. Whoa, boy. He said, weren't these the same people that bigged up that game when we broke back Mountain? Hey, didn't they wait a minute. Hold it. Weren't they in the running for the Oscar that year? We're going to look that up. That basically was Jake Gyllenhaal's resurgence. Dare I say Heath Ledger's portrayal in that movie got him the Joker role. Huh? They made money. It was a budget of $14 million. And it grossed $178 million. By the way, hey, start jokeness. We have a revelation for you. A lot of people didn't know this.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
Look who directed the film. After he did that god-awful Hulk movie, look who directed the film. And he got an Oscar for it. Well, ain't that a blip? Yes, Torin, and it's the funniest thing ever. And I like it. But look who directed it. You know, the same people that idiot yesterday when we were profiling DEI, talking about that white Asian coalition. Look at that. Huh. Look who wrote it. Huh. $14 million budget, 178 million worldwide. 87% positive on Rotten Tomatoes. Huh. If this movie came out today, yeah, y'all would say it was woke and y'all would have loved it. Y'all would have been comparing it to black movies that didn't make money. Y'all would have said, this is how you do a love story, not what you did in The Woman King. Uh-huh. Look at this. After Brokeback Mountain lost the Academy Award for Best Picture to Crash, which was a very good movie, by the way, many accused the Academy of homophobia for making a non-groundbreaking choice, and commentators including Kenneth Turin and Nikki Fink derided the Academy's decision. However, supporters of Crash, such as critic Roger Ebert, argued that claims of bias were unjustified and that the better film won. In 2015, The Hollywood Reporter polled hundreds of Academy members, asking them to revote on past controversial decisions. In a poll, Brokeback Mountain won the revote for Best Picture. So you waited a decade. All right. And look at all the awards and nominations they got. Uh-huh. Oh, boy. But yeah, y'all ain't got no smoke for this, huh? No smoke. Just FYI, from my reading of history, Alexander the Great was a well-known bisexual who actually preferred men. Now, hey, Torian, pull this up. Look who this is. Yeah, the dude that came out of jail, the QAnon shaman. Yeah, he out of jail and he tweeting. He went against Ed Wokeness. Is the building falling? I shouldn't say building around this when we're talking about this guy, because we know what happened when he entered the building. Pause. Whoo! But he came in and said something. Surprised he didn't pay for. Maybe he don't got money for a blue check. Where is it? Where is your comment? We got to read that comment. You remember what they said? This is going to be the year. This is going to be the year of the truth. Damn. Dorian said, what that end wokeness account is really mad is that this film exposes where the Academy began, or at least one of its origins. That could be very true. Cosmo Fury said, we all know woke is staunchly anti-black, and I wish black content creators like whoever the fuck. And oh, I know who that is. And I know who that is. Stop using it as its bastardized version. They have no talent. Y'all got to remember, them channels that you just mentioned, those are reaction channels. It doesn't take talent to do a reaction on a video. It takes no talent. To sit here and do what we do over here, that takes talent and intelligence. I could literally turn this into a reaction channel tomorrow and I would skyrocket overnight. Easily. Because I would piss everybody off with my takes. That takes no talent. And pretty soon I'm going to run out of ideas. But, you know, that's another subject for another day. Look at this. Just FYI, from my reading of history, Alexander the Great was a well-known bisexual. Oh, he did pay for a blue check. I apologize. I figured he had no money. Was a well-known bisexual who actually preferred men. Hey, and wokeness, why didn't you come in here and talk to him? Why didn't you come talk to him? Not only was he not bisexual, is supposed to be not only wasn't he bisexual, but he was a great womanizer. Okay. That doesn't make him look any better, but okay. He was offended when they gave him young male sex slaves as a gift, and he had many kids, mostly illegitimate. Huh? Are we lying here? Newsflash, people. They didn't want you to do it inside the gates of ancient Greece. Why do you think they did it on the battlefield? Ooh, y'all didn't take that into account. Now, did you? By the way, the historical records, a lot of them were burnt up when the library in Alexandria went up. But again, we're not saying he is or he isn't. But if we took everything we know about him, it leans toward that he was, which is fine. I thought y'all liked bisexual people. What's the problem? You and your ilk have spent years debating if bisexual is really part of the LGBTQ. Why do you care? They're not bothering you. Alexander the Great is not bothering you. He's where he's supposed to be. You can be bisexual and a womanizer. Thank you. We know from verified fact he was bisexual, had a lifelong intimate relationship with his best friend. Actually, Greeks loved men as their partner who they would never betray with other men. But women for Greeks, a woman was less than nothing. This is literally made up fan fiction. Oh boy. And they just look. It's not impossible that history has been Netflixified for a long time. Are you serious? And of course it's a damn it's the frogs. Of course it's the frogs. This is, I hope y'all understand what I'm trying to show you as well. Maybe you don't. The erosion of not reading is starting to show itself. Y'all are watching in real time people who don't read books anymore. They get their stuff from the internet. Now, I'm not saying the internet's always a bad place to get information, but you got to start reading books. Nightfall drop. I left him. We're talking about these idiots now on X and how they can't read. We had to do reports in school, correct? We had to go read books. If we used the internet, or at least when I was coming up, we would lose points because they would consider that lazy researching. Nowadays, y'all young cats, y'all get to use them, but you just got to cite your sources, and you can't use Wikipedia. But you're seeing the erosion of people that actually read, and it's sad. Who thought of all people Q Shaman would be correct and reasonable? Find a single source for this. You literally got community noted, but you wrote this before they got it. So somebody gives you a source and you laugh. So I said you're obsessed with anime characters that look like literal minors. Take a back seat, champ. Oh boy. So y'all don't like it when they mess with your people, right? But you like to mess with ours. You don't like it. All right. So we're just gonna miss the fact that he kissed old boy at that party. We're just gonna miss that. We're just gonna do that. All right. Oh boy. Thank you. But who cares? Who cares who he slept with? Thank you. Who cares? She's not complaining about it. She literally didn't complain about it. I'm sorry, fam. I found this hilarious. I just wanted to bring this to you. I found it hilarious. This is what they're worried about. This is what they're worried about. The country's falling apart. He could have used that time yesterday, family. I want you to hear this. He could have used that time yesterday to talk about the credit cards that the migrants are about to get. He could have talked about how the Ukrainians are getting social security numbers so they can apply for benefits. Could have talked about that. That's woke shit, especially it's coming from Democrat cities. He didn't even talk about that. He's worried about family. They're worried about a company that they have spent years saying was too woke. They're worrying about the product they're putting out there. If you're not consuming it, why do you care? We know about that website Stormfront, but I'm pretty sure all of y'all, including me, don't go there. But we know it exists. You could eat. There's so many streaming apps now and content out there. It's like an overload, but this is what you want to focus your attention on so you can get money. Then you get pissed that community notes came in and now you're not. That's why he's mad, because he's not going to get money off that post. He embarrassed himself for free. The people you lionize, you're worried about their sexuality. Who cares? If they did something that they will be remembered, that's how you're supposed to remember them. Not who they're boning or who they boned. Who cares? Oh, I'm going to get in trouble for this clip, but they're upset because
it was hard work, and I worked hard.
My ass bleeds for you.
Pause.
Pause.
He paused. I said pause, nigga.
that's why they're upset. You can't make this up. That's why they're upset. Like there's never been a gay white person ever in life. That's it, family. I ain't got nothing else to say. I ain't got nothing else to say. It's funny. I can't believe I saw that last night. I laugh every time I see that post. I laugh. Y'all cannot be serious. This is what y'all are worried about in 20. We're in an election cycle, and this is what you're worried about. I didn't realize Netflix had that much pull during an election cycle for you to worry about what somebody 2,000 years ago did. Okay. Say less. All right, we're gonna get out of here because I gotta head to the plantation. I appreciate y'all coming through for this impromptu live. If you learned something, I done my job, but I don't think this is something you wanted to learn. But if you didn't, I'll try to be better next time. Stay away from topics like this. When the Tony said they were arguing about a calendar, so this isn't far-fetched, but we can understand the calendar. We don't understand it, but we can understand it. At least it was women. So Alexander the Great, we'll just leave it with this. Alexander the Great is a problem, but Elton John, all through the years, it was okay. Freddie Mercury, allegedly. That was okay. Oh, Retro Gemini, you just gave me an idea. I was lamenting doing this a stream, but yeah, we're gonna have to call out the toxic online fans, and it does go in line with what this channel is, because it also goes into politics. I may do that later in the week, because the internet is getting more and more unhinged. But anyway, let me get up out of here. All right, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe out there. Stay warm if it's cold where you're at. Take care. Stay safe. And you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence. Why did they do that? Play it again. By the way, them fools be like,
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.